welcome to this month's update from the ground at TDF. This month we got some nice stumps from our friends that are doing the forestry around Abella, and we got 1 ton of wood in the form of these big stumps to beautify with some little tables in the glamping tent and this little seating area. I'll be walking you through some of the updates from the ground, along with the whole team that's been hard at work over the last many days. Ouch! Crazy kitten! And we're gonna show you around. Our natural pool is finally coming along. After years of deliberating how we're gonna do it, we finally excavated, and this pool is going to be collecting all the excess rainwater coming down from the land, all the excess rainwater being collected from the roofs, and it's going to be turned into a natural pool with this slope here where we're going to put a geomembrane to hold back the water, and this whole area here is going to be the regeneration zone. So you're going to have helophyte type plants that are going to be sucking out the nutrients from the water, with a lower area down there, which is going to be a pool inside of a lake. And the pool on this side is going to be extended with a greenhouse, so you'll be able to swim out from the sauna. We are super excited to finally be able to swim at TDF.
So here we have the temple, what eventually will become the temple, where we're decking it and leveling all good. And in that little hole over there, you're gonna put a pool, and so this will gonna be a little space for meditation, for yoga, and the pool to be used both in therapy and maybe eventually even some water birth, and also very importantly chilling, because it's gonna be a warm pool. So this is where I've been spending the last weeks, leveling the deck, but we also had a very good upgrade to our compost toilets, and we had a lot of work done to clean up and set up very properly our grey water system. We also done the whole irrigation. We are fine-tuning now the irrigation, and so that all the water that we accumulate in all the various areas of this project, in the lake, in the natural pool, from the grey water system, gets irrigated and helps us with all the reforestation efforts. And for me, one of the best additions of the last weeks is definitely the gym, the Muscle Mummy, Papa Pump, and non-binary naughty builders. As you're regenerating the land, you have to regenerate also your health and strengthening the soil, strengthening the body, and also helps with the healing of the mind.
Okay, so here we are counting carbon. This little tree is exactly 1 meter and 40 and 50 centimeters, which means that in the Open Forest Protocol app that we're using to track the growth of the biomass on this entire hill, we will now start to accrue carbon credits since the trees have reached over 1 meter and 30. This is super exciting development, and the carbon credits flow back into the treasury of the commons of traditional Dream Factory, and eventually will be one of the ways that we can fund the regeneration. Welcome to the TDF first lake out of 3. We're currently standing on the dam, where eventually we're going to be potentially inside of a little tunnel that connects the temple over there to the sound studio, which is going to come up there. And we displaced the road from the bottomless valley. It's going to be above the lake level in the future. And so down here we're going to have our beach, and above we're going to have a little food forest with a tiny home.
'Cause I'm a chicken farmer's what I be. And I'll be farming chickens from the forest to the sea. Because I'll be farming chickens. Oh, I'll be farming chickens. Oh, I'll be farming chickens. Yes, I'll be.
This is chicken enclosure. What I understand is chicken enclosure 2.0. There haven't been chickens on TDF for a little while. So throughout March, myself and some other volunteers Built this enclosure, sinking these posts and sinking the chicken fence deep enough into the ground that they should be safe from predators. And we had this coop which we've patched up a bit and repurposed to be a stationary thing, so we can go inside and have a look at how the coop works. And we've got this solar powered and solar triggered automatic door which opens at sunrise, closes at sunset, and the chickens can put themselves to bed and get themselves up in the morning. So chickens are a really good way of us using our kitchen scraps to be recycled into something even more beautiful. We've got the compost piles over here just next to the chicken coop, and so we can bring up our kitchen scraps. Whatever's good to feed to the chickens we give to them. Everything else goes in the compost pile, or we have the bokashi buckets, and so everything has a useful place to go.
Cushion hot, hot, hot. Hot damn. Hi. That's cauliflower. And I'm Matt. And you're watching TDF Kitchen. Come on, I'll give you a tour. So we've always got volunteers helping. I'm just trying to do my best to feed everyone. We've got a lot of prep. Everything is labeled. We've made a lot of different sauces. This is Spicy Freddy. He's made with coconut, peanut, and a lot of spice. We've got some tahini that's somewhere. This is parsley oil. This is leek tops oil. And everything is used and reused. And we've got a special treat for tonight. Challah bread. Because tonight is Friday. Friday is Shabbat. And we usually have big family dinners.
This is the phone booth that we've been working on for the past couple weeks. Well, actually, it's only been over a week. The structure was already here when I got here a couple weeks ago, but we were asked to make it soundproof. So we found all of this cork that was laying around and built the 3 walls that you see here with the cork. So now those 3 walls, decently soundproof. The roof and the door that is non-existent is not, but it will be shortly. So this makes it so people can take phone calls in this potentially crowded area without disturbing the people around them.
Over the coming months, TDF is going to be quite present on the roadmap of Web3 events around Europe. Super excited to be going to speak at East Berlin in a couple of weeks, where we're going to be talking together with Q Protocol on real-world assets, and also connecting the dots with other Web3 organizations who are interested in that space. And following that, in the beginning of June 7 to 16, we're going to be holding a Refi week at TDF with a hackathon together with Hack Refi, where we're already starting to onboard partners such as Inverter Network, Earth Media, who sponsored that last land-based project round, and some others. The goal is to bring together the builders, the hackers, so we're creating technologies that can empower local-based economies. And for the rest of the year, we're going to be present in other events as well. We're going to be going to Nowhere, to ECC. We're going to bring a little TDF festival kit to the different spaces. I'll also be speaking at Gen gatherings this summer. And in September, we're going to be hosting an educational program, which is going to be for students who are interested in smart systems, climate change, and so on. Finally, in November, we're hosting a permaculture design course with Maurizio, which I'm super excited to be hosting.
Hey, Italo here from Nomad Farm. We're here at TDF hosting a 1-month pop-up co-living where we bring digital nomads, location-independent people, researchers, people studying to come together, live an experience where you can meet the natural world and the technology world, so people can experience a little bit more of this regenerative lifestyle where we are doing a lot of earth care, people care, practicing some permaculture principles, and combining everything that is good around us for us to enjoy and share among ourselves.
So thank you for joining us on this journey at TDF, for supporting us in our efforts to create a regenerative village here in the ground in Alentejo, where the landscape is getting greener every year, and we're really hoping to find 10 amazing residents to join us and live at TDF full-time in a tiny home. And this is the first step in developing a co-housing development that is sitting in this symbiotic relationship between the natural landscapes that we're restoring and the town of Abella. We hope to see you soon at TDF for many of the events coming up. Ciao, ciao!